What's up, guys? How are you doing? So today I'm gonna give my thoughts about the whole SAS operators, how I feel about them. Wouldn't be my final thoughts, but I did have a lot of gameplay with them. I played with them numerous times for the whole day, 2 days. Since they out, I've been playing them and testing them out with different builds and stuff. And okay, so first off, we have Lumen. Obviously, it's because of his flashlight being able to be bright, bright, bright. That's why his name is Lumen. But his gun is the MP5 SD. Pretty much a gun that you will find on medics, like let's say in Battlefield and these other games. But it's on a assault character in Caliber. I thought there was something wrong with the guns, but then it kind of hit me that damage model is kind of weird. So he does 18 damage up to 32 meters, which is a little bit weird. So if you maybe check out some other characters, you will see their damage model and how it actually works. It's 19 to 35, so it's not too bad. And I think Lazuchik is one of the lower ones. Like let's go to someone like let's say maybe Voron, 24 to 28 meters, but he actually has a headshot that can really destroy you. So if they actually raise that up a bit, you would realize that it would be too powerful. And not just that, Voron actually has 60% armor penetration, when Lumen actually has 50%. So though it's not by a lot, it's actually noticeable. Oh, so his whole kit, just talking about his pistol, 41 damage for the headshot. I mean, that's kind of the nicest thing I've seen there. You get about, I think about 25 damage per shot or something like that. So yeah, it's all right. The phosphorus. It seems like they don't really have much of a radius, like the radius in your head. Thinking about 8 meters, when you see it in your head, it's not really calculating the same way in game. So it's less than the 8 that you would think it would be. It actually works, and I think I like it. Based on the upgrades I chose, I tried to make the upgrades reasonable enough. And you got two of them. Throw them, blind the enemy, and they just can't see anything, basically like a flash. It doesn't stop them from shooting anyways, in case that's what you're wondering. No, it doesn't suppress them either. His ability, on the other hand, actually suppresses them. It's called Dazzle, and they won't be able to aim down sight, and they still have that blinding effect. So that's actually real good. It's not really that bad on stamina. 9 is actually there and there. Having 5.5 running speed is actually alright. 40 armor is great. 80 health is basically what almost all the assaults are. So it's not bad. He came with shield breaker, which is actually probably one of the best skills right now. I'll give it a thumbs up for sure. 30% damage to health. The health shields, so that includes stern and armor's shields. You'll be able to break through that a lot faster. I probably wouldn't put it on him, and I probably know why they really put it on these guys, because these guys are terrible. For damage, the damage model is very terrible, and the recoil pattern is terrible. So much that I had to put precision firing on him. Yeah, it was that bad. So moving to tower, same thing. Damage model is kind of whack, and it's 18 to 30 meters. And just to really get you up to speed on how terrible it is, just remember the stats: 18, 25 damage for the headshots, and 50% penetration. Let's go to our Boop character, which is basically the successor of every single character right now when it comes to damage model. We have 20 damage to 54 meters. This guy can beam you across the map and destroy you. 20 damage to 54 meters. That's how much this Boop character can just out destroy this guy. The nice thing is that he has a pistol, auto pistol, one of the only auto pistols for a secondary weapon, and I like that. But the fact that he has like a 100 round mag, I don't think you will be using it as much. But you never know, you might be reloading at once, and might be something you would want to choose to just pull out and just pistol somebody down. Also, we have like this kind of grenade launcher that pierces through walls. It's very nice. if you can hit the shots. Someone decides to duck behind a wall, you can get some piercing damage on them. It's alright, it's alright. One thing that I like to actually use is the big brother to just get a kill that even wasn't mine. So if a low HP enemy actually shoots someone that you pull it over, they actually get 35 damage to them. I think you probably can up it to 40, I'm not too sure. But I think I balanced out my upgrades to make sure it works. It works well. Um, yeah, it heals them after for a little while. I think a little bit of HP, 15 HP. Yeah, after I'd give them that little shield also. So it seemed that he wasn't really made for really being that shielding thing. It's just having an all-in-one thing. But what one thing you can actually like is his extra layer of ammo, which is 20 ammo that you can give to anybody now. So they'll be able to apply another armor plate to an extra one. So certain characters it'll be very OP on. Like just giving it to him, you'll have 80 armor, which is quite a lot of armor to have on supports that are over 100 HP already. But same with the damage model, I had to use thermal coating. Just weird, bro. Just weird. I really don't like it. To be honest, I just don't like the way this damage model, the recoil pattern, just kind of weird. But you never know. Maybe it might just be my head. Maybe it might just be that new 3D scopes that's messing it up. Because the 3D scopes has this thing whereby when you aim down sight and the person is closer than let's say 5 meters or something like that, man, you're not aiming properly on the person. So if you're aiming on the head and you aim down sight, it's not gonna be on the person's head. Anyways, I'll save that for a little short video. Next we have the medic, and that's Spark, probably one of the most interesting one of them in all of them. He has a gun kind of like Travnik's gun. Travnik's gun kind of feels a little better, I would say. But it could just be the 3D scopes again that's just changing up the game for us. The damage model is still kind of weird, but it's still closer to Travnik because the gun is closer to Travnik anyways. And yeah, the pistol, 32 damage, nothing to really be thinking about. Defibrillator, on the other hand, you can actually make it do 160 damage, which means I'll probably post a video soon whereby I'm killing people with it. So you can wait around corners and zap them. You actually can heal people for 80 HP when you zap them. Also, you have 2 charges. I think you can probably have more, but you're probably gonna be sacrificing being able to do it to enemies and having a little bit of fun. But yeah, it's pretty much like a battlefield defibrillator. Chain link is actually pretty nice. You'll be able to actually heal stacked, but I can only heal 2 persons. But it can bounce through the 2 person and heal them. Sometimes you don't have to try to heal yourself. You just heal that person and you'll get the heal also, which is actually pretty good. Self healing is 30. Healing itself is 60, so it's actually pretty nice. The only thing is that 7 meters doesn't really equal to 7 meters. Really, it doesn't feel like it. It's 3 feet per meter, but it doesn't really feel like that. But it's in game, so I just keep thinking of it in real life, like it would feel the same way, but it doesn't really feel the same way. You could probably increase that, but I don't know. I'm still fiddling with the build, although I feel like this build is actually what I'm going to stay with. Chain link is chain healing is actually pretty good, So Spark is actually not too bad. He's one of the best of them, being a medic and having the Mark 10 being his gun. And the kit is good also because it's not the same as Shishori where she has to follow you like a dog. You can zap someone closer to that person to heal that person that is further. That's actually pretty good. Comes with healing touch, really and truly. I think that's kind of useless. Reviving allies, you recover. I recover 35 HP. I don't know why you want to really put that in your build for, man. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, there's so much other skills that you could put in there, so I just wouldn't recommend. Thermal coating. Actually started using the extra layer on all the operators, the new operators, because it actually worked kind of well. Next, we're going to the sniper, which is weird one. So you're gonna have to try to choose between burst fire and automatic. Obviously, if you're gonna go automatic, just play Vidar, to be honest. Just play Vidar. So the burst fire is where it's at. Do not click the telescopic sights, it's gonna be weird for you. And just keep it on burst fire. The build, I kind of did a little thing whereby uh it's basically to help the main gun and a little bit of the well rod. Not really based on the ability. I didn't really want to make the ability, because the ability, the person has to be in front of you. So chances are you're probably going to die, but you still want to be able to use it just in case. You can just look at it and see what I actually have here. So damage for the SIG 550 is pretty all right, I would say, especially when you're hitting headshots. I realized that when I land the headshots, it'll be like a two burst. Say two wrong burst, but it's like a two burst, and to be like a free burst if I don't hit any headshots, and sometimes even a four burst if I hit extremities like hands and stuff in the middle of the firefight. But yeah, it's not too bad. His gun is not too bad, and use burst. Pistol, same thing. Um, 41 damage for the headshot. That's the only thing I really think about when I'm checking pistols, the headshot damage, which is actually really good. The well rod has a weird radius, so it feels like the players can actually come close to it, even pass near it. The only way it really explodes is when they're coming directly to it from the angle that you have thrown it, which is weird because I threw it on the ground much time and the players would pass by it and it just wouldn't explode. Almost like the radius was not 4 meters and it was less than that. But I don't know, 4 meters, as I told you in my head, 4 meters seemed a little bit wider than that. So you can probably fiddle with it and make it wider. I'm not too sure what upgrades do it, but maybe you can do that. You can also make it explode, but you lose two of them. So you can make it be like a impact grenade or whatever you want to call it. It also does a little bit of fire damage also, so it does that effect, but that's if you end up getting it to explode, that is. On the ground, the cooldown is not too bad. Not gonna say it's too bad, but for what it is, chances are you're probably not gonna get to use it a ton of times anyways. So. But it inflicts like a EMP on the player and it confuses them, gives them the weak grip effect, which basically they can't like aim down sight, so they are suppressed and their recoil gets haywire. You also get haste, which is a temporary movement. It's not that important because it's so tiny. The movement is so tiny that you wouldn't even say that it's like OP or anything like that. In all the abilities, I think that's one of the weakest abilities, to be honest. The person has to be right in front of you. It says 12 meters, but I mean, if the person has to be in sight of you, right in sight of you, chances are weak grip is not going to help you. Weak grip is not going to help you. So, but it's always good to have it. So as long as you have it, you can just use it, and if it works for you, it works for you. It could even save your life. So that's still something that could happen. So in all the operators, which ones do I think are the best? To be honest, I think that Tower has a interesting build. Tower has one of the most interesting build. I'd probably get Tower first. I won't get Lumen first for sure, and I would probably get Spark. These are the two operators that I would probably get, to be honest. When it comes to the sniper, just play Vidar. You don't need to get this guy. There is no real need to really get this guy. Lumen, there's no real need to really get this guy. Yes, he has a flashlight. He can dazzle people and whatnot. I mean, at the end of the day, if a bright light's coming after you, he's coming towards you. You just reverse, and then you will be able to see him. So he has to be in front of you. You have to be in the radius for it to actually work. So if you're not in the radius, it's not gonna affect you. So chances are you're just probably dead anyway. So yeah, these are the two I recommend getting: Tower and Spark. Bell doesn't really make a lot of sense. Lumen and all these guys has weird damage models and weird recoil patterns. So, but it's still up to you on what you want to choose. try them out, see how they work. In the firing range, I'm not trying to go and try to buy them out. But chances are, if you don't get them during this event, you will have to wait probably 3 or 4 months after to get it, which is the worst thing. But yeah, these are my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't.